Broadcasting live from the Complete College Prospect Studio in Sin City. Heard around the world, discussing everything that is high school sports, music, fashion, food, ratings, and of course, coaching. And the people you came to see, the athletes. This is the Who's Up Next podcast with your hosts, JR and Rob.
Hey, welcome to the show. It's your boy, JR, a.k.a. the big fella.
Yes, sir. And this is your boy, Big Rob, a.k.a. the Candy Man, ready to go.
Hey, it's October. Definitely want to, again, every show this month, we're going to recognize breast cancer awareness. Definitely want to give condolences to those that have lost someone and say, keep your head up and keep fighting for those that are in the middle of the battle. And for those that have come out the other side and recovered, congratulations. Cancer itself is an enemy that touches everybody's life. I don't care who you are, someone or of someone who has suffered from some form of cancer. Breast cancer is one that, if caught early, can definitely be taken care of. So we definitely want to make sure that we are supporting the month of breast cancer awareness, or should we say cancer awareness as a whole.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely want to give a shout out to those people right now that are battling it. Keep your heads up, and just keep fighting, and hopefully one day we'll have a cure for this thing, right?
I know, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist. So to be honest, I think there is one out there. And I just think if you ain't got the right kind of money, but hey, we'll find out eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Eventually,
it's big business.
Hopefully in my lifetime, right?
Yeah. Like I was telling somebody, I never saw Magic Johnson with real AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, I know this year they now, this half of the 2020s and the 2000s that they now have things out there that make it go down to where you can't even test for it. It's untestable. I feel like Magic has had that all the way since the early 90s, and that they just made it readily available because there was no money in it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, possibly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But cancer is vicious. Cancer is nobody's friend. Don't get me wrong. My own personal belief, I separate cancer into the cancers that you have no control over. And then there's the cancers where, you're smoking cigarettes, chewing tobacco, things like that. That's between you and your cancer. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not as sympathetic on that side, but when it comes to everything else, when it comes to cancer, I hate it. I hate cancer as a whole. It's indiscriminate whether you're a newborn child or 80, 90-year-old. Cancer tends to come after everybody at some point. Yeah. Continue to get tested. I know that I did bring up to my partner that I wanted to talk about young men. Young women, you guys already get told by your doctors to get tested or how to do tests at home. But I want you young athletes out there, you young men, athletes, students, whatever you are, men can get breast cancer as well. So please take the time to, I myself personally, I don't know how to do the check. I know that is some, feel around in your chest area, breast area, to see if there's any lumps or anything unusual, because you can catch that too. Sure. You really can, and it'll take your life like it takes anybody else's life. And so the best thing is to just be aware of that. I know it's boys are going to be boys and think, oh no, I don't have breasts or whatever. We do. It's all breast muscle. It's just, we call it chest. And I'm telling you now, please, I'm begging you, not telling you, I'm begging you, take the time it's not often, but take the time to check it and just make sure that you don't have any lumps or anything. Because I may not know you, we may not know you, but somebody that knows you loves you and they want you to be here, and it'd be a shame if you didn't catch it early.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, just coming from me, I would just say, just early detection, right? Just
Early detection.
early and often, check yourself. And
Yeah.
probably the best place to check yourself so that you're very familiar with how your body feels is definitely in the shower.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm just saying, you have that private time in the shower. You can do those checks. You can, figure it out. See your doctor regularly. You know what I mean? And just make sure that you're just getting checked and you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing to make sure you stay healthy. Early detection is going to be the key because there's so many things that can be prevented when you find things early. And so I just recommend, hey, often and early, check yourself.
Yeah. Hey, we got a great show. Again, we're not going to let cancer take anything else from us. So we'll jump off that subject. But yeah, we're going to have a great show today. Got some big announcements from our parent company sponsor, Complete College Prospects. Great stuff coming down the pipe for you football players anyway for right now. And then there's some other announcements that'll be coming in the upcoming weeks that are major for all athletes in the high school sports arena. College coaches to help you guys have a better handle without all the nonsense on where you could get a hold of these athletes, see these athletes, and hopefully recruit these athletes. Complete College Prospect is definitely trying to level the playing field between the transfer portal and high school athletes. I know that Dion has done a few interviews, and so have a lot of other coaches, as far as explaining that with the transfer portal in all sports, with the transfer portal out there, college coaches are starting to recruit less and less high school athletes, especially at the D1 level. You can play the lower levels, but the pinnacle, the D1 level, those coaches are definitely starting to recruit less athletes because they can go to the transfer portal and get somebody that's already a college athlete. Maybe they just don't fit where they are, but the coaches see somewhere where they fit in their program. Again, this isn't a show for complaining. We believe that the transfer portal has its place. It shouldn't go anywhere because athletes need to be able to move around and go to new systems.
Sure.
You wouldn't have a Joe Burrow today if it wasn't for the transfer portal, and that's a fact. Transferred his senior year, went out to LSU, won a title. Now he's in the NFL. And if you take away the transfer portal, that you never see that young man on Sundays.
Wouldn't even see him. Yeah, so transfer portal is definitely good. We're just trying to put the information out there because athletes don't realize how much harder it's going to be to get into college and to get those extra looks and to be noticed out there. So what does Complete College Prospect do? There's no discrimination against anybody who plays sports. It's about putting them out there, giving them that exposure and that opportunity. So we definitely believe in that system. And we know how hard it's going to be for a lot of these athletes to get into college. And that's why we're giving you the information and trying to help you along on your path.
Yeah. And that's why, there as a parent company, we don't just fall under it out of the sponsorship. We fall under it from a perspective of believing in what they do.
For sure.
There's, like I said, there's definitely going to be some good information coming today for football players when it comes to Complete College Prospect. From there, we got some other things up on the show. We finally have our music segment that's coming to you. Apparently, we will be having something called Morning Overnight Oats. It looks terrible. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I don't even know what to say about it. It looks terrible. We're gonna try it though. We're gonna try it.
We're gonna see what's up.
Yeah, we want to always try a variety of things so that we can give you guys the best information out there about things that are going to be good for you as an athlete or just a normal everyday person. The things that we do on the show, if you're a parent or you just like the show, and we're doing all these things for you too because you can take away things like the protein powders that some of these have had in it and just add a form of protein like peanut butter or Nutella or something like that, whatever you need. This is everything that we do is adjustable so that anyone out there can use it,
Yeah.
no matter your age, no matter your gender. That's what we do. And so that part of the show, the music part of the show, all that stuff is for everyone. Really, the only thing, the show itself is for everyone, if we're being honest,
Sure.
right? I know that we are a high school sports, fashion, music, food, and everything show, but realistically, the show is for everyone to enjoy. And that's why we always ask you guys to send us information about people that you want us to, possibly interview, athletes you see out there, events. We get a ton of stuff in for Hit World that is random, and we love it. Hopefully, we're going to start getting music in because we have a huge variety of music, and you'll be able to get our Spotify playlist too, right? There's going to be a link to our Spotify so that you could go in there and run that music down for your workouts. Or if you just cooking something at home, you know what I'm saying? I know when I'm on the grill, I definitely enjoy, having some music on or doing things I do. So that's it. This show is for everybody, but we're here to entertain. You know what I'm saying? We're here to entertain, and we're here to talk about the things that you want to talk about. And we're also here to talk about the things that, you've been thinking about. And sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, and you can't go to your local radio station or news to talk about something like that because everybody's scared of being sued, and we're not.
For sure.
So
we're just going to give you guys all the information as we get it. It's just great information for everyone all around.
Yeah.
As coaches, as parents, as the host here on the show, we definitely want to make sure that everyone is involved. The parents are involved with their kids. They know exactly what steps to take for their children when they're, trying to be an athlete in college. But it's also great information for these young kids. Because they're getting older. They're in the adolescent stage, and they're about to become grown adults, going to college and doing big things. So we definitely want to make sure that all the information is out there from every aspect.
Yeah. And again, all the things we say, like, it's not just high school. We definitely talk about youth sports too. If you got a youth athlete out there or some great youth coach, some great team mom, hey, hit us up.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be the future, right?
Throw our link up where they can reach us, hit us up, and they are the future.
Yeah.
And sometimes those young coaches are future coaches. Those young team moms that are helping out with the youth football, youth basketball, baseball, whatever it is. Hey, you might be the team mom in high school at some point and doing bigger things to help do other stuff. So again, this is what the show is about. And so we just want to get it. What else we got?
We're just gonna get into fuel up.
Who's our fuel up?
Let's go. Who's fuel?
Nice.
God. All right, man. So
I'm ready for this.
it smells good.
It smells good. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you can see it. I mean, from the outside, it looks like a shake or something, but I'm telling you right now.
It's like porridge, cold porridge.
See, he had to say that. That does not make me want to eat this, man. But it smells delicious, though. It really.
Yeah. You know what's great about some of these things that we've been coming up with over the past few weeks is that these are essentially something that you can whip together really quick.
Yeah.
And so moms and dads getting their kids, something ready for them in between sports and all kinds of stuff. These are everything that we've been doing has been pretty much simple and easy to put together. So, we're also setting these kids up for college, right? Where they're not going to be, everything's not going to be accessible. They can do all these things in the dorm, quick, easy, cost efficient type things, right? That's what we've been doing lately. So I know we're looking out there for the great steaks.
Oh, yeah.
We're still going to do that, because there's going to be times where our students are going to be able to eat great stuff.
Yeah. I mean, when you're an athlete on scholarship, it used to be that you only got food, really like extra food during your season, whether you played football, basketball, track, whatever it was. the NCAA came back a little while back, and they approved, being able to have meals all year round, so student athletes aren't starving half the time because that part sucked. But still, being able to make things like the foods that you see on here on the Who's Up Fuel Up, so far, those things are things that you definitely can make in your dorm. Yeah.
I'm sure as the time goes on, we're going to show you guys some crazy stuff on how to whip together some of these things with minimal equipment. So
we'll
definitely be
especially if you shoot over to our TikTok, you know what I'm saying, Who's Up Next show, you're going to be able to see a bunch of stuff. Yeah, man, like, God.
So what ingredients do we got in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty, so what's been trending on TikTok lately with like fit food and stuff like that, stuff that's like low calorie and has protein in it.
Yeah.
Is this thing called overnight oats. So basically what's inside it is obviously oats.
Okay.
There's some chia seeds in there, which are also good for you. There's protein powder for the protein part.
Okay.
You could put almond milk or regular milk, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
There's also, you can either put honey or maple syrup as like a sweetener.
Okay.
But there's like all these other flavors that everyone's coming up with. This is an Oreo flavor just because, I have the Ghost Oreo protein
I
powder.
see white chocolate chips in here. A little
In
bit of
that,
candy.
with that in that one, yeah. The white chocolate didn't work out in yours.
Okay.
He got dark chocolate. I got the white chocolate. I guess we're.
It's all right. You know what? We're going to give it a shot, see how this thing pop off.
And there's also Greek yogurt in there too.
Greek yogurt. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
all I know is the food we have been getting has been keeping me pretty regular. So, and I have a feeling that's going to keep me regular as well. So don't worry about that apple a day kind of thing. Let's go.
All right.
It's just like a easy trending food that's been going around on TikTok.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I know you don't like mushy foods like that.
I get the concept, y'all.
I don't get the concept.
Mm.
I don't get the concept at all.
It's kind of like, hey, you just put it together, leave it sitting overnight.
I don't get the concept.
This guy is
I'll get
over
it.
here. Oh, drink some more, you drink. Drink some more, you drink.
I don't get the concept. Where's the trash can at? Oh no, I don't get the concept at all.
Oh my gosh, is this how I make my appearance?
The big fella.
Oh my God.
The big fella.
Oh
is
no.
feeling kind of small right now with that food.
Oh no.
He ain't
No.
having it.
No. I'm not. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Don't eat that at
Oh
all.
man.
Oh no. No.
He hates oatmeal
Hey, y'all.
instead of cookies.
If I can give it my honest opinion,
Oh.
I'm not too fond of oats myself.
Don't eat that.
Ugh,
Don't eat that.
I'd rather have something
Don't-
cooked.
Don't eat that.
Yeah. Hey, some of y'all out there are gonna still do it no matter what because you've seen it on TikTok. You're gonna
Don't
try
do it.
Try it out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
no.
like it as
No.
much,
Oh
but I get
no.
the concept.
Ugh.
I would like my oats kind
Ugh.
I do love oats in oatmeal and cookies if they're done right. Oh, man.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh no. No. It's
So it's a stall then?
Hey, I guess
Oh
it's
yeah.
gonna
Oh
stall
yeah.
out.
Oh no. It's worse than that. Oh no.
Hey, Bill.
Nope.
Hey, we just had a
Ugh.
comment. What did I miss? And so
Oh.
let's put it back up. You missed. Producer made this thing called overnight oats. You pretty much just mix it together. a bunch
That's
of
trash. That's
stuff, and then,
trash.
you eat it in the morning.
No. That's trash. No. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like somebody spit in your mouth. It's so bad. The texture is disgusting. The texture is disgusting.
Some people like the texture, I guess.
Who?
That's why it's popular. I'm
Oh
saying some
no.
people. It's all over
No.
TikTok.
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I know it's not you. It's not you. I appreciate you making it.
On the show.
Oh my God.
Hey. It's all good, guys.
That's terrible. It's like slime in your mouth. It's like slime in your. You know what? Just take that away. Just. No. Yo, whoever created overnight oats, just go run your face first into a
Oh,
wall.
man. Hey,
Just face first into a wall right now. Not to.
viewers, if you guys
Jesus.
want the big fella over here to eat some oatmeal,
I'm not
on
eating
the
no.
show,
Oh.
send us a recipe.
Ugh.
Let's see if we can make it better. Let's see if we can change it to his mind. Because right now it has to be in oatmeal cookies. But we have had some oats before and a couple other things that we've had, right?
Yeah, it's not the oats. It's whatever that mixture is. That
It's
is
that
the.
mushy-
That's
it's that
that
consistency.
It's
nasty.
been saturated in milk and then the.
Yeah.
Oh
I
no.
guess I'm just not. I guess what I would say is
Nope.
it is a consistency of
No, we don't have to talk about it. We don't eat it. Like I cannot discuss it. Don't eat it.
And we might have to come out with something worse than stalls out, but it stalls out.
No, it's so much worse. It's not on the scale. It's not on our scale. It's a terrible thing. It seemed like it might be jail food or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like it's, you know what it's like if when you were in school and you had that, when you were in elementary school and then you came in the morning and they had that stupid nasty oatmeal in there, but it's worse than that. I would go back to elementary school and eat the nasty oatmeal.
At least it was cooked and it was warm.
Right. That was terrible. Like that.
This one?
Which one? Oh yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. That's what it was right there. Stalls out ain't enough. Oh my God. And it's in my mouth. Like it's permanently in my mouth. And I just
there, y'all.
Like I can't. Oh,
hey, you know what, fellas? People out there, we might have to take a commercial break here in just a little bit.
Take a commercial break now. We'll be back. CCP commercial. I need water.
Let's do it.
Are you a college-ready athlete? Complete College Prospects. Our 5C ranking system verifies it for any college sports program. 5C athletes stand out because they are coachable, involved in their community, hold themselves to a higher standard of commitment, always working to perfect their capabilities. All of these things result in a 5C complete prospect. You are a great athlete and rated by some of the best. Complete the package. Become a 5-star 5C athlete. Show coaches you are truly the complete package for day one. Do you have what it takes to be a complete college prospect? Will it be?
If it's high school sports, we're talking about it. This is the Who's Up Next podcast. Now back to your hosts, JR and Rob.
Oh my God, the Niners are losing.
They still laughing in here, but y'all don't understand like that.
That was a tough one, y'all, for him. Tough one for the big fella, but we got through it, and we still might keep going on about it sometime throughout the show. But
I want to forget it exists. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Yeah. What's the next subject, producer?
It's just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
All right. Yeah. All right. We talking about this homecoming court thing. We were at the Green Valley game. Well, I was, and there something happened that I thought we should definitely discuss. I know we had got a report that the Candyman mic was a little bit low. So if you hit us in the comments, let us know if you can hear that man.
Yes, sir. Let me know.
I know that
I'm trying to get it closer to my face. We're just having technical difficulties, but we appreciate your feedback.
Yeah. So anyway, we were sitting at I was sitting at the game on the football game on Friday night. It's their homecoming game. It's time for them to announce the royal court. All the girls come out with their parents, all the guys come out with their parents, and then they say they're going to announce the winners. And they announce a king and a king, right? Two straight guys, but a king and a king, right? So I noticed in the crowd that everybody, parents are upset. I see some of the girls that are down there that were hoping to be queen. They're upset. And while I'm there, I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching as the seeds of hate are planted for a community that wasn't even a part of the situation. There was no one from the LGBTQ community was actually running for the royal court for homecoming king, queen, or anything else. So what I didn't understand, I called my partner. We talked about it. We did a little research. Apparently, this is a thing that's happening all over the country. And I get it, right? I absolutely get it. I have nothing against it. If someone from the LGBTQ community is actually running for homecoming king or queen, then I get it. I definitely get running it down like that. But when there is no one from the community that is running for king or queen, then I don't understand it, because in the end, what happened is, like if we're being honest, the guys really didn't even care. Like the guys that were out there for king, they just kind of did their thing. But the girls that were down there for queen, like they had dressed up. Some had tiaras on, and so they were crushed. And in the middle of being crushed, I think that they all would have understood if there had been someone from the community that was running. I think everybody there is a very understanding school, so I think they would have been very understanding. But I think the people that were running didn't understand because no one was there. So how do you try to be politically correct when no one's there asking you to be politically correct? In those moments when nobody, my personal feeling, when there's no one from the community running, then you should do it in a traditional manner. If someone from the community is running, then you should do it in a free manner. But to say that it's the top two vote getters and it's two guys and they get to run off, and then I watch these young ladies over there heartbroken, because you got to remember, for some of these kids, not the guys, for some of these girls, their whole life leading up to high school was built up to being homecoming queen or prom queen, or whatever. And so again, if there was someone from the community in there, I get it. And I think everybody else would get it too. But if no one from the community is in there, then you're trying to be, what happens is there's a bunch of old people that are in admin, and then they start making decisions trying to be politically correct. And they do it in such a bad way, And so when I say I saw the seeds of hate being planted, the second that it happened, I saw parents get upset because they saw kids upset. So then what I know is that the LGBTQ community is going to get blamed for something that they had no part in. Mm-hmm. And this is how it always happens. It's always something random like this that messes everything up. And then the two sides can't come together, and they can't, it just doesn't work out. So definitely want to talk about it. We definitely want to hear from you guys. Like, don't be afraid to get in our comments and talk about it and what your opinions are, because we definitely want to hear that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Want to hear it.
Yeah.
Homecoming has been a tradition for quite some time.
Yeah.
The tradition hasn't really changed. It's pretty much been the same all the way around. I think if we're going to be changing it up a bit, I think everyone's just going to have to know what they're expecting.
Yes.
What to expect at something like this.
Yes.
And I think at this event, I wasn't there, but I got a lot of comments from a lot of people. I wasn't there, but everyone was surprised at how it turned out. Everyone wasn't informed ahead of time. And I'm talking about, I think the student body wasn't aware of it as well.
Right.
Most people. So, my question is how we fix it. I personally don't know how to do it. But I know there's probably a way that we can probably fix this to kind of let everybody know what's kind of going on.
Well, just do a royal court. Look, if you want to get away from the traditional, and I think that's the problem, is that you have so many, there's so many people out there, right, that want to be politically correct. So what they end up doing is they overreach, when really all you had to do was change the system, do something like just do the royal court as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you could pick all the people that got the most votes. And then there is no, everybody gets their part in that thing. I'm cool with that. We have to live in a world that is open and accepting of everyone. That's for sure. Because no two people are alike. But I just think that don't be lazy about acceptance. Like, if you're trying to be like, don't just do something to be politically correct to where you make someone else a victim. Because what I saw on Friday night was now you have basically discriminated against the young women that were there.
Sure.
And that becomes a problem, You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
your
I can
attempt to
definitely see
not
that.
discriminate becomes discriminatory, then that's a problem, at least for me. And I thought that was just the wrong way to go about it. And again, this is not a knock on Green Valley. Again, once we figure out a topic, we go out and we research and we go out and look to see, is this a isolated incident or is it happening everywhere? And again, this thing is happening all over the place. So just want to see people get it right. Hate to see people hurt. These kids don't, they're out there doing what they do. So, we definitely want to see them have a good high school experience. And that's just our opinion on it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I hope it doesn't affect a lot of people out there so much that they go ahead and cancel homecoming. Because we talked about it earlier, right? Sadie Hawkins dances were the girls asking the guys, right?
Yep.
And so they didn't know how to fix that. And pretty much Sadie Hawkins dances
they're gone.
They're gone. No one
They're
really
gone.
does that anymore.
Yeah.
I know there's probably a few schools out there that in the country or somewhere with not a lot of exposure, small bodies of students that are probably still doing it. But for majority of the places that we've talked to, and I've been around the country quite a bit, Sadie Hawkins just doesn't exist anymore. So
when I was in school, they didn't have a Sadie Hawkins, and then when it was brought up, they made one, but they called it Turnabout.
Sure.
It's another word for Sadie Hawkins. But how they did it was they didn't make it like formal, so no one wanted to go because everyone wants to go to dances to like dress up, look their best.
Right.
They just made it like it's casual, just come, and everyone just didn't want to come at that point. And so even though everyone wanted like a Sadie Hawkins dance, they just didn't really care about it. They just said, okay, it's just an event to hang out. It's not like going to be this formal event like homecoming or prom is going to be. So.
Well, I mean, hey, Armando, we appreciate you jumping in on that subject, not being afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? They say, Green Valley does have the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. Again, we're not knocking any one school. We just want to make sure that all you guys are out there, that schools are taking the opportunity to make things better, and not just being lazy and trying to cater to everybody, like cater to everybody with consideration for everybody. That's the best way to do the thing, So, but that's a serious subject. We're gonna move on to something else. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to just put that out there, give people something to talk about. Continue that conversation with your kids, with your community, and stay respectful with it. Remember that everybody deserves a chance to have happiness in their high school. There's enough nonsense as it is. So let's just get it right. That's it. It's for the kids, so let's get it right. All right, what we got next, producer?
Our Hype Up Hit List.
Hype Up Hit List. So this is our music session. In this segment, we've been reaching out. Our producer put out polls on social media, trying to figure out like what does everybody listen to, when it comes to getting hyped for their workouts and everything else. And we actually found out a lot of information when it came to this with what music actually does for you. I know that, all the years I spent as an athlete, and then all the years of coaching and training athletes, music was a major part of the experience. When it came to, I would notice that at practice, I was a lot more hyped up for practice when music was playing compared to when it wasn't. And that's why, obviously when I started my gym, I made sure that music was always on because I know that it sets off something different, but I didn't know what it was. Thanks to our producer and going out and figuring out some information, we now know that what all do we know? So we found out that it's a pain. It distracts you from pain and fatigue, right?
Mm-hmm. Elevates your mood.
Elevate your mood when you're working out. It helps you when you're going through a deficiency in your physical exertion. So the thing about music is that it really does change, like completely changes the way that your body works.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think people just don't really realize how much music influences your everyday like activity.
Right.
Because there are some people out there, don't get me wrong, for most people that I talk to, if you got something hype, you're gonna perform at a great level when you're trying to do something, especially working out, playing on the field. But there are some people, I do know some people that are like, hey Rob, I can't work out unless I'm listening to some classical music or maybe slow jams. And one person did tell me, he said, Rob, I listen to slow jams not because it gets me hype, but because it calms me down and I focus when I'm working out certain muscles. It helps me to focus.
Right.
And so it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be hype music. You know, studies have shown that hype music definitely gets your blood pumping, get your motivation up and everything. It can do the same thing. Music in general can do it no matter what kind of music it is. It's just what your preference is going to be, right?
A lot of people, like I know there was a time, people that know us kind of know it, but for my son, he went through a phase where jazz, like serious jazz was his like go-to for working out, for lifting weights. And I used to be like, bro, where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? But for him, it really got him right. So he could it probably worked the same way as your friend, where it wasn't to pump him up. It was to dial him in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Focused on what they were trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a type of music is what we're saying. It's what makes you feel best.
Yeah.
And even for like cool downs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you can have slow songs to just cool down after like a good workout, so you can stretch.
Yeah.
Just focus on that. Helps you focus on your breathing too.
No, I think the music just plays such an important part in everything that we do in life. I mean, there's people that when they're cleaning their home, they like to have music playing.
Yeah, it gets them going, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we already know, like, I know y'all gonna be like, this is a kid show, but you know, when you're coming up and you're a kid, ain't nobody having sex without the music on. You know what I'm saying? When you first start out, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he ain't wrong. You know,
I'm just being
back in
real.
our day, we were actually making little mixtapes, right?
I know,
For
right?
the girl,
Right.
Labeling it, learning how to press record and pause in between songs that would just pop up because we didn't have things like, I mean, we're gonna date it back. We're gonna date us real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Napster and stuff like that.
Yeah, there wasn't none of that. There wasn't
You guys
none of
didn't have
that.
any of that stuff. So we had to be creative and try to figure out how we're gonna, you know, make these little hit lists for our girls or, you know, just our football team or whatever.
Yeah. Nah, most definitely. So, you know, again, this show is about all of those things, everything that encompasses high school sports.
Yeah.
Everything. And we mean that. And that's why we always want to get, like, that's why we're always looking for any information or things that y'all want us to talk about when it comes to that. Bad teachers, good teachers, good schools, bad schools, good school. You saw the stupid stuff that I just ate. Bad school lunches. You hit us up and tell us your school lunch sucked. We're gonna make sure to put it on here. But if you got that good one, because I remember when I was coming up, pizza day was the greatest day on earth because that school pizza was on point. So then we want to know that, you know, if you don't like the way the grading system is at your school, we want to talk about it. And music is just one of those things that flows with that part of life as a high school student, a high school coach, a high school. I mean, if you go down to the principal's office, you go at the right moment, you might catch him in there listening to a little something too. So music is just that thing, and it just changes your mood. You know what I'm saying? I think that if people listen to a little bit more music when they were sad, that they'd get a little, well, it depends. You got to be careful. Because when you're sad, all of a sudden, all the sad songs are playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tricky like that.
I mean, hey, everything the big fella's saying is right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think about music and just how important it is when it comes to like your mental health. We've talked about mental health on this show and how important it is.
Yeah.
What people really don't realize is that when you feel good, that's all in your mental, right? And music makes you feel good. It's going to help out with performing better.
Yeah.
Healing, because your mind is just right and you're not stressed. So your body's going to be healing so much better. It's what are we producing when we're having these great thoughts? It's serotonin, right? That increase of serotonin because of your mood is going to affect all of those things. Your health, overall health, right? Blood clotting, wound healing, just so much more. Sleep, it's going to help you to sleep better. And hey, when you have good mental health and the music is playing, you have the right music, overall, you're just going to be so much better.
Yeah, I play
Absolutely.
classical music when I fall asleep. Sometimes if I can't sleep,
Yeah.
I just focus on like classical.
Hey, sometimes I
music.
got to listen to, when I'm working, sometimes I put on the hype music, right, just to get my, my mind right. But then I'm like, I'm too busy being hype and I can't focus, right? So I need to dial it down a little bit, and I go to, some of the instrumentals like jazz, or
Right.
some, some soft hip hop type of stuff. I've listened to it. Don't knock me, producer. I've listened to it. She's not around when I'm doing these kind of things. You know what I mean? But
Classical.
oh, I didn't say classical. I said jazz.
Jazz. When have you listened to jazz?
Oh, okay.
What?
She don't know.
Name a jazz.
Right.
I don't have jazz. I said jazz sounds like,
Oh.
That's all right. That's all right. So what's on our list? What is on our Spotify?
Yeah,
Music
I wanna see this
list.
Alrighty, so let's see here. Wait, should I play the video first?
Play the video.
Play the video. All right,
Cool.
so that was our like little segment for Hype Up Hit List. So
Okay.
I had created a Hype Up Hit List playlist for the month of October.
Sweet.
So we can make one every month. They're about an hour long, so it's like an hour long workout.
Nice.
So you can work it out to it. So on the playlist, like we have rap, we have some rock, like we got Lil Baby, we got Drake,
Okay.
Kanye, and then we also have some EDM music.
Nice.
We have Guns N' Roses on there.
Nice.
Like there's just a lot of different genres that kind of like hype you up when you're doing like an intense workout. So
Yeah.
So all of our playlists gonna be about an hour long,
Mhm,
Right.
Yes.
and they can hit our QR code on the screen,
Yes.
and
they
that'll
can
take them
definitely
to our Spotify, right?
Yep, it'll take them straight to that playlist for the month of October. So this is like a hype up hit list, but like we were talking about earlier, we could always do like a cool down too, because according to some of these comments, like some of these are slow songs, some of them are.
Oh no, it's a great mix.
Fast-paced ones,
It's a
so,
great
yeah.
mix of what everybody's been putting in when it comes to the music that they listen to for sure.
Mhm.
Again, every time we put up our playlist, the more songs that you guys send to us, the more songs that are going to get added into our playlist each month. And we'll keep it flowing and rotating so that then you have that hour long where you could go to the Who's Up Next hype list on Spotify and just get to your working out and have a nice, great mix of songs that everybody could get down to.
Oh yeah, definitely excited for that. Hey, everyone out there, if you can't get the QR code right now, don't even worry about it. It's going to be on Twitter. It's going to be on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's going to be on
Linked in our
TikTok.
bio. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
linked in our bio. So
don't even worry about
yeah,
it.
you're
It's going
solid.
to be everywhere for you to find out.
Hey, but again, this show is the people show, right? Everything we put up, we get from you. So keep hitting us up. Keep putting that information out there. Keep on sending everything you need to send in to us so that we can make sure to put it out there for you. So again, this playlist is our people's playlist. So the more songs you get to us, the better for that thing's gonna be. Beautiful People is a solid song.
Yeah, I'm not
That's-
a Marilyn
yeah.
Manson fan, but
Yeah,
I remember
that's a good
working
one.
out to
Yeah.
that song.
Yeah,
many
that's a
times,
good
so
song, man.
It doesn't look like I've worked out, but I've worked out before, you know.
That Weekend Blinding Lights, that's my, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big Weekend fan for sure. You know what I'm
Same.
saying? Oh, yeah? Yeah.
I mean, the weekend is sometimes okay for me, but it's more like the weekday.
Nah,
It's-
man.
sometimes it's
I
inappropriate
like
for
the
me.
Weekend. I'm definitely a Marshmallow fan. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. I like Kane Brown. That fool out here right now too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I got some little jelly roll. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right. What we got next?
Ooh, gotta pay the bills, AJM.
Let's go. Got to pay the bills. AJM. Are you looking to take your business's online presence to the next level? You've thought of everything and you just don't know where to start? AdJoy Media is here to take your business to the next level. AdJoy Media is your source for content creating, account management, scheduled posts, post designs, and one-on-one coaching, and overall brand development. Add joy to your online presence with AdJoy Media.
If it's high school sports, we're talking about it. This is the Who's Up Next podcast. Now, back to your hosts, JR and Rob.
All right, welcome back. All right, we got CCP news. That's Complete College Prospect for you guys that don't know it. The two big announcements this week will be Complete College Prospect has developed the College Day. It's essentially like an NFL Pro Day. It's for seniors. That day is going to be coming at the end of the bowl season out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It'll be an opportunity for those seniors who have not received the offers they are looking for or haven't received any offers at all. You want to come out and go to the College Day. That'll give you a chance to show all your skills. Coaches are going to be lined up to be at the event and streaming it to be able to see it. And then the second announcement is, what do they call it? So it's the last quarter, last chance game.
There we go.
That's seniors all around the country, right? So Complete College Prospect is holding the last quarter, last chance football game. So what happens? Same thing. You have to be a member at a Complete College Prospect, but again, you don't have the offers you're looking for. You don't have offers at all. You're still trying to go to college. This is your last opportunity to be seen. Going to be streamed to every single university from D1 down. Coaches on site, and it's just going to be a chance. You're guaranteed one quarter a game. That's it. One game, one quarter. So that you got to understand what that means.
Yep.
That means 4 quarterbacks per team, both sides. That means 4 running backs per team, both sides. You know, that'll be what? 8 guards, 8 tackles per side, you know?
So it's definitely a limited space availability for
Yes.
this game. But what's crazy is that Complete College Prospect is putting this game out to help the generation of kids that weren't able to make, you know, those certain events.
Yeah.
They haven't had that much exposure.
Yeah.
They didn't have the season that they were having
Yeah.
because maybe an injury
Yep.
or some circumstance, right? And this is that chance for them to come out and be guaranteed playing time with some of the best seniors in the country that have no offers,
Yeah.
and to show what they got so that they can potentially move up to the next level. I think it's amazing. I think it's a good chance for a lot of kids to be able to come out here. And then the ones that can't make it is that College Day, which is similar to a pro day, which most high school athletes will never get ever in their life.
Yes.
So it's a chance for them to come out, show their skills, have some one-on-one coaching during drills, but then come out to do some kind of showcase against someone in their position, right? Fighting for spots to get those looks from these coaches.
Well, and
it's
remember,
gonna be great.
No, I think it's fantastic. And the day's going to be announced. And the thing is that it's a first come, first serve situation. The only thing that we know is that they're not taking, like, if it's some of the guys that are top, you know, they've already got Division I offers. They're ranked in the top 10, 15, 25 in the country. Those guys aren't coming. They're not allowed to come because this is for those guys. There's a reason that it's called last quarter, last chance game. This is for those guys that did not get an opportunity their senior year to be seen. This year is going to be the first year. I think that the national championship game for college football is in the first week of January. So the game will be after that. And this your chance. So it's after that, but before signing day, so that you can still possibly get an offer and make National Signing Day. So again, it's going to be we'll definitely have it up on all our social media. I know it'll be up on all the Complete College Prospect social media, but that game will be the last quarter, last chance game. That's not a bowl game like some of these people put out here. That's not real. It's not a showcase. It's not that. This is very specific. It's only seniors. It's only seniors that do not, like, you can have offers, but say you got a D2, say you got a NAIA or something, JUCO, you got something that just isn't, you feel your talent is better than that, but you better be first to get to get signed up, because it's a first. It's not like it, and it follows all NCAA. Everything will be according to the NCAA. It follows all NCAA rules. This means that you won't be given anything but your uniform. That's it. Complete College Prospect is about making sure that your amateur status stays intact.
Sure.
That means that, yes, you have to pay your flights and everything to come out and play in the game. You got to pay for your hotel. You got to pay for the things that you have to do. That keeps your amateur eligibility intact. So, but when you come out, everything else that you're going to get, because the Who's Up Next show is definitely going to be out there to be the commentators for the show. So, you're going to get that. You already know how we do it. We do it big. Then you're going to get, I know AdJoy Media will be there. I know that King Carroll Digital will be there. Hopefully everything is good with us and Ghost at that time. So hopefully they'll be there. And so many other things that will get you the recognition that you're trying to get. But I want to be clear. The game is not for, it's not for juniors, sophomores, freshmen. It's not for those guys that are pushing. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've got a D1 offer, but it just ain't that one, I don't want to talk bad about any school, but let's say, let's say it's Wichita State or something, you know what I'm saying? And you just don't want to go there. We get it. Complete College Prospect's going to get it. And then, maybe that'll get you into the game. Sure. But it's going to be a major weekend. The Complete College Prospect College Day, again, that's for seniors as well. You don't have to be in the game to go to the College Day. They're two separate things. But if you're in the game, if you get accepted into the game, you definitely could do the College Day as well. If you're a quarterback, be ready to come out and make pro day throws. These college coaches want to see that you can sling that rock. They want to see it. If you're a wide receiver and you float when you're on routes, it's probably not going to be a great day for you. You need to come out ready to showcase what you got so that these coaches can make you offers. You know what I'm saying? All of the contacts that Complete College Prospect has when it comes to college football, those coaches are going to be present one way or another, whether it's on site or online, and get you guys seen and get you guys out there so that you can continue your career if that's what it takes. So again, into the college football season, when it comes to bowl games, Complete College Prospect College Day, that's on a Saturday. I know it will be in January. We'll be making that announcement once we get the date. And then the Complete College Prospect last quarter, last chance game. So we'll definitely be doing that as well. And then we also have Complete College Prospect has they have a Zoom coming too, right?
Oh, yeah. We do have a Zoom coming.
What the Zoom is? The Zoom's going to be on what? That's the.
It is going to be on the 28th.
And what's the Zoom about?
The Zoom is going to be about everything Complete College Prospect. So you can jump on, mom and dad, student athletes. You can jump on, ask your questions, and get more information on what Complete College Prospect does for you. Someone there is going to be knowledgeable about everything. They're going to talk to you about it. We are limited spots, so it is going to be on a first come, first served basis. Okay. But we will have multiple Zooms every month, or at least once a month from here on out, just to give, that complete college prospect information for everyone so that they know what's going on. All right.
Hey, so make sure you don't miss that. You know what I'm saying? If your goal is to go to college, make sure you're linked in so that you're getting the, and again, you'll be able to find the links either at all social medias for a Complete College Prospect, or you could go to the Who's Up Next show and we'll make sure that there's links in there for that.
For sure.
But yeah, so you got the Zoom that's coming, but you also have the Complete College Prospect College Day and the Complete College Prospect last quarter, last chance game.
So don't worry. All this information is going to be posted all over social media.
Yeah.
We'll do our best to make sure that, we inform everyone on this show on
Yeah.
our site. So just be on the lookout.
Hey,
Remember, it is a first come, first serve basis.
Yeah, first come, first serve.
So,
that's it. For you youth guys, I don't care what your sport is. We would love. We're gonna have a guy on. His parent won last week's wheel, so we'll have Willie Morris on the show. Hopefully over the next 2 weeks here, we're gonna try to get him on. We got to see what his schedule is. He's a BMX guy, so he's always out there competing. So we got to make sure he's going to be in town and available, and then we're going to have him on, which will be a big change for us, having somebody from the BMX world on. And hopefully that opens up more BMX guys to get over to the show and get on the show so that we can represent them too. I know they do things. They have nationals. They have world championships. Last one was August in Ireland. So that's big, and they have now BMX is in the Olympics now. So we definitely are excited to have him on the show. And so we're out here looking for we are definitely out here looking for people from every sport to get on the show, different age groups and things like that. We're definitely open to that. I don't care if you're in cheer. I don't care what it is you do. And again, your grade level, as long as you could come on the show and speak, we're good with it. So look forward to Willie Morris coming on the show over the next couple of weeks. And when it, like I say, when it comes to youth sports, of course, you're not going to be able to go to that game for football, but there will be other events. We are currently in the process of linking up with the Offense Defense Bowl. And which is major as well. They're playing the game in December at IMG, and they have other ones around the country. So we definitely want to make sure that we getting guys on for that. We'll make sure that we're linking up for some of the basketball ones. Baseball is a little different, soccer is a little different, but we definitely want to showcase you guys and showcase events that you should be at. What we got next?
Scores of the week.
Scores of the week. Let's go. Hey, there were some big things that happened this week.
Oh yeah, for sure. Girls soccer.
It changed a lot.
It did. It changed a lot.
I mean, as you guys can see on here, we did put the previous week's rankings up on here, so we definitely had a lot of movement here. And we'll go ahead and start off with number one, Carmel. They finished off the week with a loss to Cathedral, 2-1. So let's see.
That moved them up, though.
Yeah, they moved up because of last week's win, and then they moved down. They possibly may move down, with this loss.
Right.
Baylor and Tennessee, they went down from number one, and they, let's see, they were versus Chattanooga Christian. Not sure what the score was on that one. I don't think we got the score on that one. But we got Bearden in Tennessee, who won their game against West 3-0. Noblesville versus Carroll, that ended up in a tie. Houston, they dropped down from the number 4 spot against Bartlett, but they ended up winning, so we'll see what their ranking would be next week. Lexington Catholic down there in Kentucky, they moved down a spot from number 5 to 6. They played Madison Southern and ended up winning that game 6-0. Franklin ended up moving down, but they had a win against Ravenwood.
Nice.
Sacred Heart moved up into the top 10. They weren't there previously. They took on DuPont Manual and ended up winning 5-1. And then we have Collierville in Tennessee. They moved up into the top 10 as well. They're brand new from Arlington, they beat Arlington 3-1. And then we have Edina up there in Minnesota. They moved down from number 7 to 10.
Wow.
And ended up winning 6-0. So definitely a shift in rankings for this week for girls soccer. So we'll see what these games bring. I believe playoffs is going to be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely going to be keeping you guys updated on that.
And we've been talking to a couple soccer girls, so hopefully we're going to get a couple of them on the show as well.
Oh, for sure. Hopefully. Let's see what's up next. Volleyball for the girls. Not much change up here in the top 10. We did have a few people move up spots or moved up into the top 10. Mater Dei is still on top. They ended up winning their game against Santa Margarita 3-0. Maricosta out there in Cali, they ended up winning their game as well 3-0. Hamilton Southeastern ended up beating Zionsville 3-0. Grand Oaks up there in Texas won their game against New Caney 3-0. And this is where Prestonwood Christian moved up from spot number 6 to 5. They ended up winning against John Paul 3-0. Papillion La Vista South, they moved up a spot and they took on Pavilion La Vista and they won 3-0. Cathedral Catholic moved up into the top 10, beating Sage Creek 2-0. Boyd out there in Texas, they won their game against Prosper 3-1.
Nice.
Pace Academy out there in Georgia beat Lovett 3-0. And then Mother McCauley, they moved up into the top 10. They're new this week against Naperville Central. They won 2-0.
Nice. I swear that's where my nephew.
All right,
went to
so
school.
boys soccer, we had a couple of moves. Carmel still standing at the top. They actually lost to Cathedral from Indiana 1-2. Cathedral is also, let's see, are they ranked here? They're not ranked. Oh, they're number 8. So expect them to move up a few spots, being the number 1 team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Noblesville in Indiana, they ended up tying 0-0 against Carroll. Archbishop Moeller out there in Ohio, they moved up from number 4 and they took on Loveland and they lost 7-0. So expect another move from that one to drop
That's
down.
big for soccer.
Oh yeah, 7-0. Pike, Indiana, they moved down a spot from number 3 to number 4. They took on Carmel and they tied that game 1-1. So let's see.
Nice.
Where are we at here? I'm sorry, y'all. So Medina out there in Ohio, they took on Findlay and they won 7-0. Let's see, St. Louis University out there in Missouri, they ended up losing 3-2 against Christian Brothers. So we'll see what that ranking looks like next week if they're still in the top 10. Oak Park River Forest, they went down a spot and they took on Riverside Brookfield and they won 7-0. Cathedral in Indiana moved up into the top 10, taking on Carmel. We saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Winning 2-1. Jesuit, Missouri. They won their game against Hickam 4-0. And then finishing off the top 10, St. Xavier, Kentucky. They moved up into the top 10 and they ended up tying against Louisville Collegiate 2-2. So
Nice.
We'll definitely see some movement next week in the rankings. And where are we off to now? We got the last
Football.
one, right? Football.
It's not changed.
Well, it's going to
not
though,
change, but it will change. So
because this is essentially last week's.
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure.
and there was some big movement in here. So, like even though this is last week ranking, and it looks like modern day, and everybody's gonna stay in place.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be moving.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the game of the week, which is the biggest game of the season
Yeah.
so far, which is Mater Dei, who took on St. John Bosco, who lost a game earlier this season to Kahuku, ranked at number 9. But let's just talk about this game for a second. The game ended up 28-0.
That's crazy.
St. John Bosco tore it up from all phases of the game.
And that's why I see them moving up. Like I actually see them. One, I was always a little concerned with them being at number 9 anyway.
Yeah.
But I definitely like this is a statement game.
Yeah.
So by them holding Mater Dei to nothing,
Yeah.
and then
I
I
only
think
allowed Mater Dei into the red zone twice all game.
that's crazy.
And
So I definitely
no points.
they're going to top 2. So it's only going to go one of two ways, right? I see St. John Bosco bumping up and going 1 and 2 with Mater Dei because I
Yeah.
really don't see them dropping that much. Bishop Gorman will stay in the top 4. Yeah, because Chaminade Madonna lost 2, right?
No,
they had a bye.
Had a bye, yeah.
Okay, so they're not
And
going
IMG,
anywhere.
They won. Buford at number 5. That was a tough week for him, losing to Mill Creek, who is actually Georgia's defending state champions, who is on a 15-game winning streak. So for them to lose to Mill Creek, who is in the top 24, look to see where Mill Creek ends up on the top, 25.
They have to. It's a must. You know what I'm saying? They've got to move Mill Creek up. I think that the loss itself definitely knocks Buford back.
Yeah.
That might be an opportunity for Duncanville to move up. But I definitely think that like I said, the problem we have is that Gorman, once they leave the national stage and go into their season, for the most part, the ESPN and everybody thinks that their schedule when it comes to league play is below average. So I don't know that they can maintain the top 4.
Yeah.
Because the rest of those wins after those initial, I think it was like 4 games, 3 or 4 in there. Those are pretty much givens. As Bishop Gorman has won, I think in the last 20 years, they won the state title, something like 14 times, 15
Too many
times.
times.
Yeah, something like that.
Every
So,
team to beat in the
right. So that it's never close. So realistically, I think that's where that is. So I think Bishop Gorman will start to drop down because you have to go with strength of schedule. But I think that win by St. John Bosco bumps them up. You said Central lost as well, right?
Central lost as well. Yeah. Number
Which
10,
should drop them
Central.
out of there.
Yeah, they should definitely drop. I mean, Norland is in the top 100. And, hey, they came back because we've been talking about Central, not having a great record this season, but staying in the top 10 because of the difficulty of their schedule. But Norland came back from a 20-0 lead, which Central was leading at halftime for them to pull off the game. So we are definitely going to look for a shakeup on the top 10. One team I'm definitely looking at is that team from Duncanville in Texas.
Okay.
They have been putting up crazy numbers in these wins over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, I think they've shut out 4 out of 5 teams, I believe.
Nice.
And one team scored just a few points. So they are definitely dominating in all of their wins. I see them undefeated going for the rest of the season, but are they going to be able to do enough to hit that top 4? That's the big question here.
I definitely think when we get to the time for national playoffs,
Yeah.
I think we're going to see some shift in that top 4 of who's going to be there. Again, Mater Dei is going to be there. I really think that statement win by St. John Bosco puts them up in the top 4 for sure. And then from there, it gets a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? With Chaminade not playing, I think they remain. You can't knock them for having a bye week. And then after that, I definitely think it gets a little tricky from there about how this thing's going to play off. But interesting that the shakeup that happened this week, it just goes to show that you just don't know what's going to happen anywhere at any time. For all you local schools that are playing, whether it's in Nevada or anywhere else, we're getting close to playoff team all around the country. Playoff time all around the country. It's definitely time for you guys to step up. Whether it wouldn't be a feat for a last place team to take on the first place team and knock them off. It happens at March Madness all the time. You keep your head up, do what you got to do, go out there and play the games that you can play. There's a lot of kids that, like, again, yes, Complete College Prospects is opening up that last quarter, last chance game. But for some of you guys, this is going to be the last game when it comes to the playoffs of some of your high school careers.
For sure.
The very last one. So don't wait till it's over, you know what I'm saying, to say you could have done more. Yeah. If you're still in it, you still got extra time to get filmed, to show coaches. This is the time. Playoff time. And that's not just for football, soccer, volleyball. All of you guys are coming up on playoff time. Make sure that you go out there and shine and you leave it all on the court, leave it on the field, leave it out there on the, what do they call it in baseball? Well, I mean, not in soccer, so it'll still be the field. We'll get to baseball when it's that time. But for soccer and soccer, football on the field, volleyball on the court, make sure you're out there doing your thing. And that's it. Youth football. I don't know if I think youth soccer is playing at the same time too. But I know for youth football's playoff time coming up as well. Make sure that you guys are out there doing the same thing. Every game that you get to play is a game that allows you to get your talent up and get better at what you do and perfect your craft. Always remember to perfect your craft. You don't want to go out of this season and say, yo, I could have done more. We definitely don't want that. I have a correction to make. It looks like Willie Morris was going to Scotland for the world game for BMX.
Not Ireland.
Not Ireland. Yeah, I mean, they all end with land, so you know me. But yeah, that's where he's going, and it looks like he's going to be heading out to a national event in Rock Hill, South Carolina this month. So we will figure it all out. See if when we can get him on the show. If we don't get him this month, we'll definitely get him in the month of November. We have our Halloween show on
the 29th.
The 29th.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
The crew is going to go to a haunted house somewhere, sometime here in the valley. I know y'all don't know, but the big fella has priors. You know what I'm saying? There's some haunted houses I'm not allowed to go to in other states. I've been known to run, knock down a couple people. One time I picked up a kid, took him in the dark, picked him up, thought he was one of the kids that came with me. You know, I need a little shield. And then they cut the lights on because I had the wrong kid, somebody else's kid.
Oh, they thought you was kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. No, the parents was looking for their kid. I picked up wrong. I didn't bother to look at the kid. I just needed a shield. So I was running. They turned on all the lights and then it was like, oh, I got the wrong kid. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So
Did you grab a white kid?
No, little Mexican dude. But in the dark, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When
Everybody's the same color.
it was a little leprechaun jumped off a little stand. I didn't know what to do, so I took off. You know, I'm definitely prone to running from the little people and the clowns. You know what I'm saying? I don't play with clowns at all.
That's so funny.
So, but yeah, so we're gonna go to a haunted house.
Escape room then.
I'm not going to the escape room. That was out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking about wearing a GoPro and something so y'all can see what it's like when we go do it. Would they allow that?
I guess it just depends.
Which one
We'll
we
just
go
have to
to,
butter
'cause
them
I'm
up,
like,
you know?
I don't know how I'm gonna record because I'm new.
Yeah. We're gonna try to put that on the show though. We definitely gonna try to get that, if not a segment on our show. We definitely want to get it on our TikTok. But you know what I'm saying? Again, you know, if you here in the valley and you at a haunted house and you hear everybody screaming because somebody's running, you probably at the one that we decide to go to. And it's the big fella, just get out the way, get up against the wall, be safe. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not stopping until I get out of there.
Yeah.
It's been it's been like, it's been like 7 years since I went to a haunted house. After, you know what I'm saying? So I like to stay outside, let the kids go inside. That way nobody get damaged.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. But hey, it's gonna be exciting, man.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. So we'll make sure to get that on there. What we got next?
We got KKD.
Let's go. Commercial.
All right. Introducing King Carol Digital, a marketing company made to bring your creative vision to life. Now, we understand that the business market has grown tremendously throughout the years with more competitors out there than ever, and that's why branding is very important to your business. Studies have shown that 68% of businesses say that brand consistency has increased revenue by 10% or more. And that's why your brand needs to stand out amongst the crowd. Use King Carol Digital. They're here to guide you through the process from creating logos, custom designs, and video. Work with us today. Help is just a hop away. King Carol Digital.
If it's high school sports, we're talking about it. This is the Who's Up Next podcast. Now, back to your hosts, JR and Rob.
Welcome back, y'all. Hey, for some reason, man, I'm gonna have to get me a new mic. I think my mic is messing everything up.
Nah, because most people are saying it's fine, and then one person is saying whatever, but you know, that could be drugs.
It's all good, man. I kind of wish you guys can kind of see what goes behind the scenes when we're off camera because we're kind of wild out here.
Yeah.
I love it.
No. He talking because I hit him with the because he messed up. He messed up his ad again. So now I think we tied. And what it goes to is whoever messed up their ad is hot pepper time.
Hot pepper or you wanted the Bean Boozled.
What is that?
Oh man,
the Bros flavored jelly beans.
I'm not eating barf.
One of them is like dog food. One of them is barf. Dead
Fine.
fish,
Well, okay.
milk.
I take that over to heat anytime.
Yo, I swear, if I get
you might actually throw
Bean Boozled, whatever.
We gonna do the if somebody mess up their ad, we doing Bean Boozled. You know that yeah.
I know what to do. Put some porridge together with oatmeal.
Nope.
It's done.
Nope. I'm just not. There you go. I'm not. So what we got next?
We have our Reddit questions.
Oh man, Reddit already. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about that time. Isn't that crazy?
Nice.
Alrighty. So today's Am I the Asshole? Is am I the asshole for not letting my son play a sport that he loves? I, 48 female, have two sons that is 13 and 15. Both of them play soccer and rugby. They both play for local teams and enjoy it a lot. My 15-year-old was playing rugby and someone kicked him in the face. He was unconscious for what felt like forever, and we took him to the hospital and he had broken his jaw in multiple places. He had surgery and has a few metal plates in his jaw. He was on a liquid diet for a while, painkillers, and off of school. Luckily, he has recovered and is almost back to normal. I don't want either of my kids to go back to rugby. I'm super traumatized by the image of my son lying there unconscious, and even the thought of them going back gives me anxiety. They both carry on playing soccer, but they both really want to play rugby. They're both upset with me, especially my 13-year-old. My side is that I cannot handle the stress and the anxiety of them going. It is also me supporting them by paying the membership, driving to their practices and games, and taking the time off of work when they're injured and cooking them blended meals. Obviously, I was happy doing all those things and would do it again in a heartbeat if they needed it, but I don't want to support something I don't agree that they do. If they get injured again, it is me picking up the pieces. When they're old enough to look after themselves, they can play as much rugby as they want. They also have football, music, and other things that they enjoy. Their side is that they want to do it. They say they could get injured in a car crash, but yet we still drive everywhere, etc. Am I the asshole?
All right. I mean,
That's a tough one. It's a tough one because as a parent, you're trying to protect your kid no matter what, right? And do you ever want to see your child suffer? I mean, that's a tough one. And I just don't really know their family dynamics completely.
Right.
My gut thought on that is, man, shoot, I'm a father. I'm trying to get my sons to play. If I had two sons and I want them to play rugby, if that's a sport that they love, I would try to support it as much as possible. But then again, it's going to be tough when you have those images coming in your head as a parent. But yeah, for me, I would still let my kids play. I mean, if that's something that they really want to do and they kept telling me that they want to play,
Find a way to protect the child.
who am I to let them have regrets about not being able to play something? You know what I mean? I know it's tough to see your child hurt and you guys went to the hospital and did all kinds of stuff. But man, that's a risk you're willing to take when you're playing sports. You just never know what's going to happen, I believe. But I don't know. What do you think there, big fella?
This one I'm on, man. Okay. I guess it's all right. The parents, I mean, it's half and half. So the parent is, yes, kind of an asshole. Only on the part where you said it's about you paying the fees, driving, all that. That's your job. Stop crying.
Yeah.
But the rest, no.
Yeah. I mean, she did say that she loved doing those things. She didn't mind doing it. But then I was thinking to myself, well, why did you bring it up? Right.
So like, we're not going to beat around the bush and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We giving parents benefits of the doubt. No, we're not giving you benefit of the doubt. You brought it up. That means you were complaining about it. So on that small, tiny part, yes. Parents, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get wanting to see your kid not hurt, being protected, things like that. There's a lot of families when it comes to football where they don't want to let their kid play till they're a little older when it comes to tackle. I think it's wrong. And here's why, right? So if you wait for your kid to get older, then they don't become accustomed to how to do the job right. And that's no matter what it is, basketball, football, boxing, whatever it is. You want to get in young so that you learn how to do everything before it's at a speed and weight where everybody's so much bigger, faster, stronger. And it really is more dangerous. Mm-hmm. I'm not one to say that sports isn't dangerous because that's crazy. That's not true. Look, I know a lot of a lot of retired athletes won't say it. I'm telling you, sports they're not safe, but they're not meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, sadly, people don't understand that. We're not running around. If your kid decides that they want to go, what if our kids decided that they wanted to be in, do tricks on bikes? You know what I'm saying? At some point, though, I mean, it seems
You're
simple.
assuming the risk, right?
You're still assuming the risk. You're gonna break something at some point.
Yeah.
This thing is what it is, and I get it. I get it, especially for some moms. I get it. I do, but you got to let them live their life under some circumstances. I mean, it's better than them being out drinking, doing drugs,
Yeah.
driving around, acting like idiots. Because there are those parents that have to deal with those kind of kids.
Yeah.
And so her fear is valid. Let's say that. I don't want to invalidate her fear. That part is valid. And that's the part that's the most important part, is that her fear is valid. It's her fear.
Yeah.
But her kids are the ones taking the injuries and
For
getting
sure.
back up and saying, yo, I want to go do it again. I love it.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, you got to let them do it. You know what I'm saying? It just, I think, I always think it's funny, right? That a parent will say, I'm not willing to let my kid play a sport that they love because it might hurt them. But then we'll sit and be like, yo, you got to eat that meal at the table, even though you don't like it. And even though, and if they don't like it, they're going to make themselves sick if they got to eat it. And
Yeah.
the parent will be like, you better not get sick, or you better not this, you better not that, you better eat every bite. That's crazy. If your whole goal is to make your kids happy, you let them play.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? As long as rugby's serious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play rugby. You know what I'm saying? But I respect it. I respect it. And I'm telling you, but if your kids, if that's what they do and it's what they love and they can maybe have a future at it, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Let them do the thing, let them go have fun. And that's that. And I feel that way about all sports, so it's tricky, man. That's a good one though. That's a really good one for the simple fact that for once we got a story where it's kind of borderline. The parent just has valid concerns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really knocking that at all.
Yeah. It was a good one.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah. So it's good. The parent needs to talk to their kid though. Talk to your kids. Tell them what your fears are. Don't just tell them what you're not going to do. Tell them what your fears are.
Well, I think in the story it did say he got kicked in the face, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
And so rugby typically is not supposed to involve kicking, right? It should
of
not.
course.
So maybe in this instance, he would know now not what not to do to be in a position to get kicked in the face. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you just never know. Things just happen on the fly when it comes to sports. Was it a sport-ending injury? Definitely not. You know what I'm saying? He can come back and do much better. And that's pretty much with every sport. You're taking that risk that you may get injured and never play that sport ever again, right?
No, absolutely. But that's everything, man. I see. I guess for me, right? I've always felt that when it comes to life, you got to live it. I'm not jumping out of a plane, but I know the people that do it and then land, you know what I'm saying? When they get down there, they'll be the first ones to tell you like, yo, greatest feeling ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if you got there's a reason that astronauts that don't fly anymore become alcoholics, because they have gone and done something that's so incredible that what else is there down here on Earth for them to do? So like they're most of these things that are dangerous they just simply are. But the greatest thing about it is the feeling that you get after you do it. And so I'm sure her sons, the second they come off of a game, like they love it. They do, because he was in the hospital and then still said, yo, I want to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to let that happen. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with that one. What we got? Man, hey, I swear to God, these shows,
They just fly by every day.
they really do, man. It seems like, when we first started this thing, we didn't know what it was going to be. Now we're out there on all platforms. You can stream it, whether you want to view it or whether you're in your car, you just want to listen to it, like say on Spotify, whatever. You can find us everywhere. And the show's just going to grow. We're going to keep connecting with other people. We definitely need to reach out to the one guy out of England or whatever, so we can link up with him and his show. There's just things that we like we do, and we're happy to do it because of who it helps. And that's what this show is created for. And so every day that we come in here to do one of these shows, it doesn't seem like we've really done anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does. Like it's so calming and cool, and I definitely appreciate having the opportunity to read the comments and see what other people think. And some of these stories have actually, opened my eyes to how things are. Like right now, I'm telling you, if I knew some of the stuff that I know about high school sports right now, I'd have done the holdback thing with my kid like a lot of other people do. Just to make sure that everything works out, because they're doing it everywhere else in the country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere else in the country, they're holding their kids back, make sure they get bigger, faster, stronger, so they get to school when they need to, and everything is great. We love doing what we do. We're going to continue to be here. We hope you continue to be here. The Halloween show is going to be amazing. We're going to definitely get this all hooked up in here. And we'll go from there. Is that the one?
Asylum and Hotel Fear. That's scary.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
We can do it.
Let's go. Let's do this. We'll keep you guys up to date on where we're going to be. Excuse me. Where we're going to be, what haunted house we're going to. You're more than welcome to come out, experience it in person. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the show's going to be, you come out, hang out with the big fella and the candy man, go into the haunted house, do what we doing. We ain't never been one to not have the people with us. So yeah, we're going to keep y'all posted on whether it's here, on all our social media, on Complete College Prospect. We'll make sure to put something up over there so that then you know where we're going to be when we go to the haunted house. And I'm telling you now, look, hey, there's no waivers, but you listen to it right now on the show, right? If you come to the show to see us over at the haunted house and you go in with us, you accept responsibility. If you happen to get knocked down or picked up and somebody runs with you, then that's your fault.
Hey, just use the big fella as a shield.
That's your best
bet.
bet.
Go first.
Just get behind me and let's do this together. You know what I'm saying? It could be a team effort. If I'm getting up out of there, you might want to get up out of there too. We can get up out of there together. But I'm telling you, so we'll keep y'all up to date on which haunted house we're going to. We're definitely going to do that thing and just keep y'all with us, man. Like, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely can't wait.
Yeah, we got to make sure you tune in next week. Hey, when you watch these shows, if you're on YouTube or whatever, remember to like them and share them. You know what I'm saying? Share them with your family, share them with your friends, share them with your teammates. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? That way you're getting all the new up-to-date information for us, because there's just so many things changing. We it's possible we might be moving to a different studio at some point. If we do that, bam, there you go. You might be able to come in-house, do some things with us. If you got some people out there that you want us to go see, I know we've been trying to get a hold of the coach at Silverado High School. Hey, 2 emails. We heard you want to come on the show. Get at us. Put our stuff back up. Coach, if you want to come on the show, we want you on the show. We sent you 2 emails. We haven't gotten a response, but we heard from one of your past players that you want to come on the show. We would love to have you. Please hit us up. Come on the show anytime. You know what I'm saying? Again, hey, you know what I like to get on here too? We should get, if you're a BMX coach, wrestling coach, football, I don't care. Any coach in high school, even youth sports, let's do that too. If you're a coach, if you're a youth coach and you ain't just complaining, you really want to, be on the show, talk about your program, what y'all doing. Come on the show, man. Yeah, for sure. Hey, that's a labor of love right there. Youth sports is a labor of love. Those coaches and parents, they don't get paid for any of that.
Nope.
They just giving up free time. And I'm telling you, it doesn't just stop with that 1-2 hours of practice. Normally, for that 2 hours of practice, those parents have gone and they're busting their butt like a full-time job.
Yeah.
So hit us up. You always see our contact information. It's Who's Up Next show everywhere. If you can't reach us there, Complete College Prospect everywhere. We do have more merch coming. The Armando won the shirt. We taking care of you. The Candy Man gonna reach out. Yeah, he gonna reach out, get your size. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure we get your shirt. You good to go. And we could do that too, so that's where we at. I don't know. What else y'all got, man? What else y'all got?
You got a trivia question to pick today's winner?
Trivia question.
Or just like a random number, I guess, like we did last week. What do you want to say for next week?
No. Let's do something. Let's do something. We got some bands, right? We got some complete college prospect bands. Let's go with. Here's the trivia question. What is the smallest state? Nah, that was too easy.
Which
What's-
one's the biggest thing? Because
That's too easy too, though.
But everyone thinks it's one thing, but they don't realize what it is. Because people think, they look at the map and they're like, oh, it's obviously this one. But it's not. Because
Okay, here we go. No, I got it. All right, here we go. How many states in the United States have an A in the name?
Oh, that's a lot.
Is it?
I think so.
Is it?
Start with an A or have an A?
Just have an A in it. How many states in the United States have an A in the name? First one to answer it. We got some wristbands for you.
Let's do it.
It was a good one. Because they got to,
We gotta count.
No, we already got a number already. Let's
Well,
Do we?
okay,
Where's
so
it at?
it starts with a number? Or
no, it just has an A in the name. How many states in the United States have an A in the name? First one up. Let's go. First one up. You guys are all going to kick yourselves when you find out the answer. Wow, it is. Hey, they are trying out there.
We're trying. Figure it out.
Ben 10 said 32.
Oh, man.
Herbert Burkhalter said 50. Bing, bing, bing. There you go. 50 states. Every look. Even our producer is over here trying to figure it out. Ben 10, you are completely wrong. Yes, the answer is every state in the United States has an A in the name.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
Every
really.
single one. Yes, it does.
New Mexico?
Why does it say 50? Oh, wait. That's true, though.
I told you. I said it's not 50.
That's not 50. Hold on. New Jersey
And
doesn't
New
either.
Jersey,
So why did it say 50?
Missouri.
Who knows?
No. Hey, recount. Hold on.
Mississippi.
We got to fix this. Look, the show don't always be right. So hold on. Google had us talking about 50.
Yeah.
So how many is it?
Oh, am I gonna get free?
Hey, Ben 10, you might be right. We don't know yet. Hold on. We running it down. Come on now.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
You know the answer?
Hmm?
You got the answer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Don't put it out yet. All right. It was close, though. It was close. So Herbert Burkhalter, wrong. Wrong. Man, that's crazy.
You got it?
See, you can't trust Google. Google how you out here looking stupid.
I mean, technically, Herbert is probably not wrong because in every state there is a letter A in there somewhere in the state.
In this, I mean, we could have done it like that, but we're talking about the name. We're talking about the name.
So, like Idaho.
Armando Ramirez, 46.
Oh, yes.
That's wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong.
Okay.
That's wrong. Oh, this is great. Because you can't even really Google it because Google told us 50 and it was wrong. And I knew it was wrong too and still went with it.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Let's go. So we had, let's see, we had Herbert Burkhalter with 50. New Jersey does not have an A in it. New York did not have an A in it.
Okay, I think I got it.
Armando had 46. It's wrong. Bill Morris said 41. That's wrong too, right? That's wrong.
Let's see.
He said only 9 don't have an A.
Yeah.
So is 41 right?
Nope.
Nah, you sure?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. We got a there's a dispute in the studio.
No. All right.
She said it's right.
Yeah, because he just said there's 9 without A's. 50 minus 9 is
Oh, are you just going with his information? Because Armando Ramirez just came back with 38.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Now you can't give him the answer. Oh, wait. Armando Ramirez came back with 36.
36. Okay.
Oh, Jasmine, his daughter said 36.
From what I'm seeing, 36 is the answer.
36 is the answer.
There's 14 states that I currently know that do not have the letter A.
Let's get those 14.
Yeah, 14. So
What-
Connecticut,
no A. Illinois, Kentucky,
Mississippi,
Missouri,
New Jersey,
New Jersey,
New Mexico,
New Mexico,
New York,
Oregon,
Ohio,
Tennessee,
Vermont,
Wisconsin,
and Wyoming.
and Wyoming.
And that's going in alphabetical order, y'all.
That's 14 of them with no A in the name. So it's to Armando Ramirez going to his daughter Jasmine. We got them bands for you. You know what I'm saying? We'll make sure to get them to you this week. 36 was the answer. That was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? That was absolutely fantastic. Good job.
That's a tough one, y'all. We know.
It was a tough one. I love though that everybody had to participate and work for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I was like, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, that was awesome. That was
You're
awesome.
Like, is it? I
You
said,
never know. Maybe
yeah.
next time.
Ben 10 said, what about me? You weren't close doesn't, we don't give away participation awards on the Who's Up Next show. The Who's Up Next show does not give away participation awards. That stops at your local public school.
But we'll give you a thumbs up for today.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
That's
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who said that? Oh, Armando Ramirez said, I like this trivia game. Hey, we got you. Every week it's on and popping with that. So we got you. Hey, again, we appreciate y'all from the Who's Up Next show, Complete College Prospect, Android Media, King Carroll Digital. Yeah, we'll see y'all. Do it again next week.
Next week, yeah. Love y'all. I'm sad my Niners lost against the Browns today.
I know
Good
we were
job, Cleveland.
undefeated.
Yo.
Ah.
I've been trying to tell them the Niners don't finish strong.
I'm waiting for them to be able to put that stamp on it. We haven't gotten there yet.
Damn Browns.
It ain't gonna happen.
Season.
It ain't gonna happen. I can't say anything because Tennessee
Yeah, how they doing?
readdress the team. For the love of God, stop.
You're the
Just-
only 10 I see.
All
Oh, no.
right. Hey, so again, yo, we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Big fella out.
Hey, forget you, Armando. No Browns. No go Browns. All right. But
Did he actually say that? Yo, the Browns are a no.
Oh man,
Yeah,
no.
that's a no.
No.
Just like these oats. No.
no. Yeah, just like the Oats too.
Hey, we love y'all, man. Appreciate it. Tune in every Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Catch us on
Next show,
all
baby.
social media, period. Who's Up Next show, Complete College Prospect,
Yep.
everywhere. Hey, do not forget about the game.
The game.
The
game. College day. Last quarter. Last chance.
there
Let's
you go.
Watch.
Deuces.
Thanks for tuning in to Who's Up Next with hosts JR and Rob. Live episodes every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Follow us everywhere at Complete College Prospects. Don't forget to message us with anything high school sports that you think we should showcase.